So I've copied over the formula from the other page. And what we're dealing with here is first we need the area of the base, then we need the perimeter of the base, then we need the slant height. So first I'm going to find the area of the base. So the area of the base. Well, the base is this square here, because we know it's a square pyramid. So the area of a square is equal to the side length, that's an S, squared, which in this case is 12 squared, which is going to be 144. So my area of the base is 144 plus the 1/2 stays. Then I need the perimeter. So my perimeter of my base, right, it's a square once again. So my perimeter is going to be equal to 4 times the side length, which in this case is 4 times 12. So that's 48. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in 48 here for perimeter. Then I need my slant height. And so we have to do a little bit of reasoning here. So this slant height is the height up the side of the pyramid. And this makes a nifty, handy-dandy right triangle. So we can use Pythagorean theorem. So the height here, this 16, goes from the center of the pyramid. So this, sorry about that. Miss J was just calling me to ask about Desmos. Let's get back on track here. We were at the point of trying to figure out what L, or our slant height, is. Well, this is a nifty, handy-dandy right triangle. So that means that we can do some right triangling. So L here is a hypotenuse of this triangle on the inside. So L squared is going to be equal to my A squared, which, since this is the center of the pyramid, is going to be half of 12, plus this side squared. So that's going to be 36 plus 256 is equal to the square of my slant height. So that is 292. So I'm going to need to take the square root of this. That is not a perfect square. So I need to take the square root of both sides. But since I'm going to be rounding to the nearest tenth here, I'm going to go ahead and just use the calculator to find my slant height. Since I know I'm rounding at the end, I can go ahead and just use this square root 292 and in the calculator. So I'm going to go to my calculator and I'm going to type in, what is the square root of 292 in decimal form? And that is 17.09. Is going to be my slant height. So that is going to go in here for slant height. So that's 17.09. Now what I have to do is just put all of this in the calculator together to find my total surface area of this shape. So what I'm going to do is take my calculator and get to work. So I am now at, I've got 144 plus, I'm going to use 0.5 for 1/2 because I know I've got decimals here already, times 48 times 17.09. That, not the equal sign. That is going to give me 554.16. So I have 2 decimal places. I only need the 1. So when I round this, it will be 554. Sorry, that looks like such a weird 5 there. 0.2. And that is in centimeters squared. Remember, when you're using the Google form, you just need to put the number portion in. It will count it wrong if you put the units in. All right, so now we need to look at the surface area of a cone. And for brevity, I'm going to pause and then rewrite the surface area formula here. So the surface area for a cone is the area of the base, which is a circle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared plus 1/2 the circumference, which is pi times the diameter times the slant height, which we're going to have to find. So this is a right cone. So this is going to be a 90-degree angle. And this is the center of my cone. So this diameter of 14.8 centimeters means that I have a radius that is half that. So my radius is going to be 7.4, because that's half of 14.8. And my radius is also going to be the side length of this here, just so you know, like if you were to pull a triangle out. Right, that's the inside of my cone. But they have given us our slant height here. So I don't need the height of the cone, I just need the slant height, because it's a right cone. But if you wanted to figure out the actual height of the cone, you would just use some Pythagorean theorem. But we don't need height right now, we just need slant height, which is given. So I'm going to mark it as L, which is my slant height. That's my slant height. Okay, so I have all the things I need to plug into this. So I know that this is pi r squared, because this is the area of a circle. That's what this cone is. R squared is 7.4 squared plus 1/2 pi times my diameter of 14.8 times my slant height that is given to me here of 15. So that's going to give me my surface area. It's going to give me all of the distance around here and the distance of the base. So, or the area of the base. So I'm going to go to my calculator and I'm going to put all this in there. So I've got pi times 7.4 squared plus, I'm going to use 0.5 again for 1/2, 0.5 pi times 14.8 times 15. And that gives me all of my elements. I've typed it in just like it looks. And my area, my surface area here, as my calculator tells me, is 520.75. And we are talking here about centimeters squared. So here we go. That is, we need to round to our nearest tenth. So that would be 520.8 for my final answer. If I were typing it in, that's what it would look like. That's the nearest tenth. All right, there's example 2.